What's poppin', Team Print people? It's your boy, Destin George Bell, the Wendal content guy. And today we have another piece about Wendal's platform, aka the boring stuff.
All right, so today we're going to go over creating questionnaires with skip logic, and then also we're going to go over how to add that into your company pathway. So first thing you want to do is log into your admin account of your organization. So go to Wendal, sign in. So once you're logged in, you'll be greeted with your admin page that you should be used to by now. And then we're going to want to go over to the questionnaires tab over here on the left under pathways. Click on that. And you can see some options here to download submissions, and then you also see where you can create a new questionnaire. So we click on that. We'll be brought to the questionnaire creation page. So first step is going to be to just fill out some basic information. So what you're going to want to call the title, or what you're going to title the questionnaire, description, etc. So we'll just call this one "Getting to Know You." We'll leave the description blank. Version comment, this is just a way for you to track what version it is if you ever need to update in the future. So I'm just going to call it 1.0, and we'll just do a simple hello and goodbye for the closing statement. What this is the first statement when somebody goes through your pathway on Wendal. Tailor it to your questionnaire. Once we've filled out that information, we'll go ahead and save that as a draft. What that's going to do is it's going to save those details, save it as a draft, and now we have, you can see here on the left, the rest of the functionality as far as creating questionnaires goes, sort of unlocks. First thing you can see too is that we can now add a logo. So we won't do that for now, but if you wanted to, you could add in a logo there, and that would appear on the pathway for your users when they're taking the questionnaire. As far as working through skip logic goes, we're going to need to create some questions in order to build that skip logic. So we'll go over here and click on questions, and then we'll click on new question, and we will start creating our questionnaire. To give some background on skip logic, obviously if you're watching this video, you have a little understanding, but sometimes we might want to create sort of branching paths of questions to ask depending upon what the previous answers were. First question we're going to ask is, what state are you from? So in order to build skip logic, we're going to have to use multiple choice questions because you're going to have those options that create those branches, right? So in this case, what state are you from? We'll select multiple choice. And we're going to go to Ohio, Kentucky, and Texas. And you can see here, now we have this question built. What state are you from? So we'll create a new question. And this one will be, what city are you from? And we're going to create 3 of these same questions for each state. And they're going to have different options. We're just going to go for Ohio. We're going to go with Cincinnati, Cleveland, and Columbus. We'll save that response, go back, and we're going to create that question again for Kentucky now, and we'll do Covington, Lexington, and Louisville, and we'll create our third question, and this one will be for Texas. What city are you from? Multiple choice. We'll put in Austin for Destin, San Antonio, Dallas, and Houston. Then we'll go back here and we'll go back to our original question. What state are you from? We'll click on view/edit and we'll skip to a question. So we know the first one we built out for the what city are you from was for Ohio. So we'll skip to that one. For Kentucky, we'll skip to the second one. And for Texas, we'll skip to the third one. We'll save that. And what we've now built is a multiple choice questionnaire with skip logic that will take us from selecting what state you're from, and then from that selection, give you options of cities that you could be from that state. And what we need to do now is set the answers to all of these questions to skip to this final question. So we avoid that issue of of going through these additional questions and asking people where they're from other states and confusing anybody. So we'll start with the Ohio cities. So right now, if you answer Cincinnati, it's just going to go to that next question, but we want it to go to the final question. So we'll click skip question. Do you like where you live? And we'll do the same for all of these. And once you have that set, you'll save that. Save your last question. We'll go to details here. Right now it's a draft, so you can save it as a draft again. And that's going to save the details like it shows over here. And what that allows you to do is you can go in and you can change up anything within the questionnaire, but it's not going to allow you to attach it to a pathway properly yet. But once you're comfortable with your questionnaire, you feel you've got everything in there, we can go ahead and save and publish. Once you've built your questionnaire, we can go back to our dashboard. And again, under this pathways section, we can go to company path builder. This is the path that any of your users of your organization will see. So what that means is right now under this organization, when somebody signs up through the invite link, through the Wendal social organization, create their account, sign in, on the right side of their page, it'll show a pathway of questionnaires and assessments that they can take. We just created a new questionnaire though, that we now have the option to add to that pathway so that when people come to this organization as a user, they can complete that questionnaire in addition to TeamPrint. So in order to do that, what we'll want to do is go to Company Path Builder and click on the little plus sign here. It's going to ask you for a decision pathway. What that is your assessments, questionnaires, such as TeamPrint or the questionnaire we just built. We're going to click on Getting to Know You 1.0, the one we just created. Then it's going to ask you who's going to fill this out. So what that means is it going to be the user that you're sending invites out to, in which case that would be the company? Or is it something that we're going to internally fill out as the organizational admins? In this instance, this is something we want our companies to be using, anybody we're sending the invite link out to be using. So we're going to set that as company. And then we're going to click Save. And now that Getting to Know You questionnaire is in the pathway. So I'm going to put in my name, agree to the terms, register. And it's going to take me into my company view. It's going to load up here on the right side, this Getting to Know You questionnaire we just built. Before, we only had TeamPrint to complete. Now we can complete this Getting to Know You questionnaire. Click here to begin. It's going to motion us over here. And here's our hello, that opening statement that we created. It's going to ask you what state you're from. I'm going to put Ohio. It's going to ask what city you're from. Let's go ahead and click Cleveland. And now, like we said earlier, it skipped to this "Do you like where you live?" question rather than going through the questions for the cities for Kentucky and Texas. Click yes, we like where we live, and we should be good. Now it says goodbye, and we're done. Once they complete their assessment, like I said, they can view the results, see their results here, and then you as the administrator, it will pull in their results, and you'll be able to see them. But once it's in here, there'll be, just like there was on the other page here, and just like TeamPrint, you can click a little view button and you can see those responses and collect them for any of your users. And that is how you create questionnaires and edit your company pathway. So hopefully that's helpful. Like I said earlier, you can get pretty nuanced and customized here however you want to. So, if you need help with that, you can reach out to Wendal support. Look out for other videos from us on how to really, push the boundaries, so to speak, on this, because it's really fun and really cool what you can do with these questionnaires.
Well, thanks, Joe. I appreciate you making the time to break it down for me. My go-to Wendal expert. I appreciate you as always, man.
All right. Thank you.